The Origin JumpWorks 100 series is Origin's answer to the true starter ships, poised as a direct rival to the Aurora MR and Mustang Alpha. But is it any good? To find out, grab your towel and come along to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Verse.
Quantum trap initiated.
Usually we begin these videos with a disclaimer, that these reviews are only for buying ships in-game, never with real cash. However, as the 100 series are starter ships, it makes little sense to apply that here. With that in mind, this review will be to determine whether the 100 series is worth taking as your initial starter ship, and thus with real cash. With that out of the way, the Origin JumpWorks 100 series. The 100 series forms Origin's entry level into the ship market, unless you count the 85X of course. Much like its bigger brother the 300 series, the 100 comes in several variants. The 100i is a touring vessel, and is the most basic form of the series. The 125A is the combat variant, sporting additional missiles in its modular rear compartment. And finally is the 135C, able to haul additional cargo. At 45 tons, the 100 series is substantially heavier than the Mustang and Aurora, which come in at 34 and 26 tons respectively. This naturally impacts its manoeuvrability in comparison. With a pitch rate of 42 degrees per second and a yaw rate of 44, the 100 series is actually less nimble than some medium vessels. We honestly wouldn't be surprised to see this value boosted in coming patches. Its SCM speed of between 190 and 230 meters per second, depending on the variant, is fantastic however. The 125A is the fastest non-racing ship on the market, with the slowest 135C still matching the more combat-focused Mustang. Getting up to speed is reasonable, with 4G of acceleration. However, stopping is laborious, with only 1.4G of reverse thrust. This pales when compared to the Mustang's 7.3G of forward thrust and 3.9G of reverse thrust. Even the Aurora performs better, and that's a box. In atmosphere, the 100 series handles well, so long as you retain forward momentum, predominantly thanks to its small but effective wings providing ample lift. Hovering, however, should be discouraged, with strafing especially being more akin to a much larger vessel. Compared with the Aurora, it's much more agile when moving through the air, but pales in comparison to the Mustang, with both competitors handling hovering with much more grace. Amenities-wise, the 100 series offers little, but still fits the essentials. With a great view from the cockpit, a bed for logging in and out, as well as plenty of interior space for boxes or your friend who got stranded out in the black, those last two things being things that the Mustang lacks, the 100 series makes for a good runaround. And it can do a lot of running too. With 12,000 units of hydrogen fuel working in tandem with its excellent fuel intakes, you'll rarely find yourself needing to top up the tank. Long distance isn't problematic either. With 700 units of quantum fuel, only the 315P and the Terrapin can beat it for range in the small class. And before you jump into the comments, yes, the Banu Defender has more, but let's be honest, that's a class unto itself. Cargo-wise, each variant in the series comes with an internal 2 SCU cargo room, located at the rear of the ship, with the 135C having an additional 4 SCU in its rear module. Do note, however, that this rear module is fairly small. If you were planning to use it to transport your hoverbike, think again. This leaves the 100 and the 125 falling short of the Mustang's 4 and the Aurora's 3 SCU. However, the 135 has some potential as a low-volume, high-value trade runner for those that are just starting out. Let's talk about combat. With twin size 3 mounts and 2 size 2 missiles, 6 on the 125A, the 100 series has more DPS potential than either the Aurora or Mustang, if you run a fully fixed loadout. Running gimbaled weapons simply places the 100 series too far behind the competition. Running fixed comes with an issue however, as due to the lack of agility, keeping your weapons on target could be a challenging proposition at close range. The best tactic, in our mind, will be to use the superior speed to build distance and strike with high alpha damage weapons before repositioning. As for taking the hits, the 100 series again suffers in comparison. With only a single shield generator versus the twin generators of the Mustang and Aurora, it loses out on a potential 6,000 shield HP, making it much more vulnerable. This extends through to the armour. With only a 1% reduction in physical damage and a 5% reduction in energy, you're going to feel every hit. Its only saving grace is the ability to take more hits overall. Whilst the Aurora and Mustang have more HP on paper, it should be noted that this is due to the large number of non-fatal breakable parts. It takes 800 damage to the body to drop a 100 series, versus the Mustang's 1200 and the Aurora's 880. So is there a place for the 100 series? It can't be denied that these, subjectively speaking, are the best looking starter ships in the game, but looks only have so much value. In combat, the Mustang will almost certainly outperform the 100 series in every way, even with its lack of missiles, thanks to its exceptional maneuverability and acceleration. As a cargo hauler, the Mustang is also close enough that profit loss will be negligible. If combat isn't your thing and you simply want to run box missions, do some hand mining, or simply value a bed to sleep in, then the Aurora does this just as well as the 100 series. We don't have a price for the starter packs yet. However, based on the standalone price matching that of the Anvil C8X Pisces, it seems a safe bet to assume that the starter pack will cost the same as said vessel. This places the 100 series at a £14 premium over the Mustang and Aurora, despite having no real benefits over those ships. For this reason, our recommendation for choosing the Aurora as your starter vessel still stands. And that's all on that. Let us know your thoughts on the 100 series down below, and whilst there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that wonderful stuff. And with that, we'll thank you for watching, and we'll catch you all next time.